There are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. Proverbs 6:16-19. The battle for the soul is real. God does not use the word hate lightly. Yet here in Proverbs 6:16-19, he makes it clear. There are actions and attitudes that are utterly detestable in his eyes. These are not mere character flaws, they are spiritual poison. They lead to destruction, corruption, and separation from him. But why does God despise these things so much? Because they tear apart the very fabric of righteousness, truth, and unity. They destroy lives, relationships, and communities. They oppose everything God stands for. Let's break them down and see why these 7 sins are so dangerous, and why we must guard our hearts against them. Haughty eyes, the sin of pride. Pride is the root of all rebellion. It is what caused Satan's downfall. Isaiah 14:12-15. It blinds people to their own faults, making them believe they are above correction. A prideful heart refuses to submit to God, choosing instead to exalt itself. Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. Reflection. Do we approach life with humility, or do we look down on others with self-righteousness? Hands that shed innocent blood. The ultimate betrayal of life. God is the author of life. Shedding innocent blood, whether through violence, oppression, or injustice, is an act that defies his will. From Cain's murder of Abel, Genesis 4:8, to the persecution of the righteous, the shedding of innocent blood has always been a sign of a deeply corrupt heart. Whoever sheds human blood by humans shall their blood be shed, for in the image of God has God made mankind. Genesis 9:6. Reflection. Do we stand against injustice and value the sanctity of life? A heart that devises wicked schemes. The dark intentions within evil does not begin with action. It begins in the heart. Before sin manifests outwardly, it takes root within. A heart that plots wickedness is already walking in rebellion against God. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. Reflection. Do we allow impure motives and selfish ambitions to take root in our hearts? Feet that are quick to rush into evil. The lack of self-control. Some people don't hesitate to act on sin. They rush toward evil without consideration, driven by impulse rather than wisdom. The Bible warns us to flee from sin, not toward it. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. Proverbs 3:7. Reflection. Are we drawn to righteousness, or do we chase after what pleases the flesh? A false witness. The corruption of justice. Lies are dangerous enough, but bearing false witness is even worse. It distorts justice, harms the innocent, and destroys trust within a community. For by your words you will be acquitted, and by your words you will be condemned. Matthew 12:37. Reflection. Do we uphold the truth even when it costs us? Stirring up conflict among brothers. The spirit of division. God is a God of peace. He desires unity among his people. But those who stir up conflict, who thrive on drama, division, and discord, are working against his will. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Matthew 5:9. Reflection. Do we seek peace, or do we contribute to strife? Final word. Walking in righteousness. God's hatred for these 7 things is not because he wants to condemn, but because he wants to protect. These sins destroy lives, relationships, and faith. They lead people away from him. But there is hope. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just, and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. 1 John 1:9. We must examine our hearts and ask, are any of these traits present in us? If so, it's time to turn back to God. He is ready to forgive, to heal, and to transform. The battle for the soul is real, but victory belongs to those who walk in righteousness,